Hi, I am Marj. I am a community connector. I work at really connecting people, particularly here in Richmond Hill. So how do I connect the community? I have a website on richmondhill.com. This is my business. It lists all the events that happen here in town. The events are comprehensive. They're very user-friendly. There's everything there. Theater, garden talks, board of trade meetings, fundraiser, library programs. When we're not in this pandemic mode, there are about 30 events per week. I know that people are not always going to go to the website on richmondhill.com, so I have an extensive database of over 6,000 people and growing that I send this email out to weekly. Okay? And because I create all these events, I do know what's happening in town. Okay, I have a signature event called Connecting the Community. And we affectionately call this CTC. And we meet on Tuesday mornings. We've been doing this for about a decade. Time flies when you're having fun. It started off at Panera Bread. There's just too many people. And we were invited by the Richmond Hill Center for Performing Arts staff to meet in their lobby. And it worked out very well. We recently got displaced, and CTC's current home is at the Richmond Hill United Church in the Centennial Hall. This place has been recently branded as a center for community. So during the pandemic times, it is a Zoom meeting. So what happens at these meetings? I want everyone to know what everyone is doing. I'm fortunate to have a good memory. I can go around a table of 30, 50 people, sometimes more, and I can tell you your name, what your organization, your business is, and what if you have something, if you're planning something. So who comes? Everybody. It could be referred to as cross-sector collaboration. They're young, old, male, female, every culture, every ethnicity. Very often, there are people that are connecting up that would not otherwise do so. This I feel very good about. One of the Connecting the Community meetings, the theater manager, he popped in and he looked at what was happening in his very theatrical voice. He said, "Marj, if you could clone this, we would have world peace." So I do follow up from these meetings with an email the next day, and people's emails are not BCC'd. They're there. Again, I want people to connect. I want to make it easy, increase the chance that people will be connecting up with each other. So another way I connect with people is I have what I call intense conversations. Okay, I plan it for about an hour. Very often we go longer than that, but I really want to find out what people are doing, why they're doing it, and who they need to be connected with. Very often we'll meet up at Cover Notes. It's a local coffee shop, and it's a great place to meet. I go in there, and I usually meet so many other people. It is a great feeling. Something else I do are e-introductions. There's a format for these, and I really want people to read the email, read this e-introduction, and feel, I need to connect with the other person. I will tell both people I'm connecting a little about the other to really increase the chance that they actually will take action and connect up. Okay. There have been some really great synergies that have happened because of all this work I'm doing, and I feel very, very good about that. I've enriched people's lives, the businesses, and the community. There has been so many good friendships formed. There's even been 3 romantic matches, and we're planning the second Connecting the Community wedding. Yeah, so why do I do this? I've gotten so much out of this. I love getting people together. Christmas time, have a huge Christmas open house. Springtime, I have a ladies' tea party. I call it a community. So it's nothing fancy, but we have a lot of fun. I've already alluded to this, but people feel better when they interact. Imagine how you feel if you stayed home, sat on the sofa, and watched TV. Now, imagine you got out of your sweats, you got a little bit dressed up, and you went, say, to the Richmond Hill Center for the Performing Arts, and you saw a live performance. You'd see people that you knew. You'd watch, you get the energy from the show. Maybe at intermission, somebody buy you a glass of wine. After the show, you would talk about it. You would feel good. And you're feeling good not just because of the glass of wine, but physiologically. All that stimulation really is good for you. So when we are in this time where we have had to pivot, we have had to curtail our physical interactions like this pandemic. It also could be that you were caregiving, looking after little ones, there was bad weather, and you still need find a way to connect. So these virtual meetings, these Zoom meetings, no, they're not as good as face-to-face, but they're not bad. I had to be nudged to do it, but I'm very thankful that I was. I now have Zoom meetings with my family. I have 5 sons, and we get together every Sunday night. That's better communication than we used to have. And I know I'm not the only one. I've heard this story over and over again. So I would like to suggest that you strengthen the connections from these Zoom meetings. Say after you have talked to these people, you think, I should have some follow-up. Someone mentioned they were getting snow tires on, or they're out playing golf. Follow up, ask people, how was it getting your tires on? How was your golf game? You get a hole in one? You need to do that. You have to put yourself out there. Just those little bit of communication, it can make a real difference. I like to also make a list. This is I have one pinned to the side of my filing cabinet. This is one I actually produced. It's not my real handwriting. I write messier than that. But I do make a list of people I ought to call. Do it consciously. We're likely to forget. So right after my Tuesday morning CTC meeting, I think, who should I talk to? It doesn't take that long to make this list. And they have such an impact, these quick calls. They tell people you do care, there's somebody who's interested in what you're doing, okay? So post-pandemic, I really believe you need to be attending events. Get out of your comfort zone and be part of the community. We are so fortunate here in Richmond Hill. There are just so many different things to do in the community. We have such a range, a choice. We again are very fortunate. I am a member of the Richmond Hill Board of Trade, the Horticultural Society, the Historical Society. I'm a committee member with the Heritage Richmond Hill Committee, part of the Camera Club, the Curtain Club, Third Age Learning York Region. I'm co-organizer of the Richmond Hill Speakers Series, co-founder of the Council Accountability Group. I have started an Indigenous Literature book club, and I'll brag, in 2017, I was a Citizen of the Year. But when physical contact is restricted, I suggest that you try harder. One thing now is making this list. You need to connect with people. Think about your old neighbors, people you used to work with, distant cousins. A few weeks ago, I Zoomed an old friend from high school. We had not connected for 35 years. We were bridesmaids at each other's weddings. She's now living in the States. It's interesting, but suggestion, don't talk politics. But regardless, it felt so good to be reconnected with her. I am well aware of the downfall of social media, but I am a fan of Facebook. The reason it's so popular is it fills a need, our need to be social. Yes, it can be seen as shallow, addictive. I question the use of algorithms. But I am happy when I see on Facebook, when I scroll down and see someone's got an award, they've had a new child or grandchild, they went on a great holiday. And I like to know if you've got a sick dog, or maybe you have opinions different than I do. That's all good, okay? If you're my Facebook friend, you will know that I share lots of photos of my loons. So please like me on Facebook, okay? So I believe that I have created or nurtured the norm that we should connect the community. There are so many good people doing good things. So please stay connected. Thank you.